From the Wall Street Journal, a 400 million bet says this is the mall of the future. Could America's oldest mall become the mall of the future? This is a pretty good article capturing two of the big trends we're seeing in the transformation of traditional malls into the new malls. One is the trend towards luxury goods, high-end goods, and the other one is the trend towards multi-use. And this article captures both of those trends in covering this one location. To make that leap, mall giant Simon Property Group is spearheading a 400 million spending spree to make Southdale Center in suburban Minneapolis much more than just shopping. Over the past dozen years, Simon has built a growing list of amenities in remote corners of its parking lot, luxury apartments, an extended stay hotel, and a Shake Shack. It knocked down a JCPenney and replaced it with a high-end fitness center and co-working space. Another defunct department store made way for an upscale grocer and a high-tech mini golf operator. A cluster of luxury shops is under construction for retailers including Gucci, Burberry, and Montclair. The Southdale overhaul reflects big shifts in how Americans are going to the mall, once an iconic place to hang out for hours and buy everything from soap to suits. Boasted by new amenities and strong performance by luxury retailers, top-tier malls have surpassed 2019 tenant sales levels despite lagging foot traffic. Shoppers are spending less time in malls, but they're more likely to pull out their credit cards for big-ticket items than they were in the past. Going on, many malls haven't been able to keep up, losing tenants and customers, with the worst off sliding into default or disrepair. Mall fortunes have sharply diverged in recent years, with the top 25% of U.S. properties raking in sales of $750 to $1,200 a square foot, according to real estate analytics firm Green Street, compared with an average of $150 to $475 at lower quality malls. So we're really seeing the bifurcation of the mall space here. Simon believes America's oldest mall can become one of these top properties again and says the elements already in place are working. Its apartment building is full, and the hotel charges more than $200 a night during the peak summer season. There's a waiting list to join the new fitness center at Southdale, and the mall recently poached supertenant Lululemon from a nearby retail center, which the firm says has boosted foot traffic on the weekends. The final piece of the puzzle at Southdale is revitalizing the shopping experience. Simon says foot traffic will pick up once the still under construction attractions are open. The smell of construction dust permeates the mall interior near the Apple Store as crews hammer away at the new, fully leased luxury wing taking shape, where P.F. Chang's and Buffalo Wild Wings once stood. The 5 new retail spaces will connect to the mall, but also have exterior entrances that open into a covered walkway with valet parking. The company has signed leases with luxury brands Burberry, Gucci, Montclair, and 2 other retailers to fill the new shops, which are scheduled to open next year. Other high-end retailers are also taking space inside the mall near the luxury wing, including Max Mara, Kate Spade, Tory Burch, Breitling, and Coach. While the rise of online shopping has challenged many retailers, luxury brands have seen less erosion than others from e-commerce. Browsing, customer service, and touching a product before buying it is more important when it comes to a $10,000 handbag than it is for a $3 tube of toothpaste. And one shopper spending that much on a single item brings in as much revenue as scores of shoppers buying low-priced everyday items. Most successful malls today are easy for shoppers to get to and surrounded by relatively affluent neighborhoods, but not too close to competing retail. Developers have stopped building enclosed malls, meaning existing operators don't have to worry about a competitor opening down the road. The rise of hybrid work during the pandemic boosted local retail as residents who previously commuted to downtown Minneapolis 5 days a week have more time to shop and dine out close to home. Quote, young people go shopping, they go out for dinner, they want to spend money, said Bill Nundorf, INA's economic development manager. These dynamics are evidenced by the popularity of Lifetime, the upscale fitness center that opened in late 2019 in the spot where Southdale Center's JCPenney once stood. Lifetime, founded in 1992, operates 172 athletic clubs across 31 states and Canada. The INA location ranks as the company's busiest, with the average member working out 70 times a month there, compared with 11 company-wide. New members pay $259 a month. On a recent weekday afternoon, parents in athletic clothes pushed strollers into Lifetime's Kids Academy, where babies as young as 90 days can be dropped off while their parents work out. Lifetime's total footprint at Southdale is about double the size of the former JCPenney, and the fitness center connects to a co-working facility where memberships range from $573 a month for lounge access to private offices starting at $1,930. Lifetime CEO Bahram Akradi says malls need to become live, work, play communities that allow Americans to lessen their reliance on cars. You can really build the focal center for commerce for getting together for unity, he said. If we think about them as retail, that's a mistake. The $400 million overhaul began in 2012 when Simon spent $20 million to rip up floors, rejigger the layout, and update the interior. Over the next dozen years, it worked with developers to redevelop 3 corners of its parking lot, build luxury apartments, a Homewood Suites hotel, and a Shake Shack. It sold the 4th corner for $2.6 million to home goods retailer RH, formerly Restoration Hardware, which opened its 60,000 square foot luxury store in 2019. The store's top floor is a restaurant with rooftop access, crystal chandeliers dangling from a greenhouse-style ceiling, and a large fountain bubbling in its center. Lifetime is planning to build another luxury apartment building in the parking lot where a city bus stop now stands. Southdale Center's assessed market value is now nearly $300 million, according to the city. Quote, "It's a good example of what you can do if you get the right ingredients," said Simon the Mall owner CEO. The declining fortunes of longtime mall anchors like Sears and Lord & Taylor have thrown many properties into crisis in recent years. Last month, Macy's announced plans to close another 150 locations over the next 3 years. These closures continue to challenge many low-end malls, which often lack the ability or capital to attract new tenants or redevelop vacant department stores into something better. For mall owners who can't afford it, department store closures offer the opportunity to shed big, underperforming tenants and replace them with something more lucrative and compelling to customers. At Southdale Center, Simon is demolishing the former Herberger's, a Minnesota-based department store that closed in 2018 when its parent company declared bankruptcy. It would be replaced on the ground floor with Koloski's Markets, a local high-end grocer opening later this spring. The mini golf chain Putt Shack will open upstairs later this year. In closing, this is a good article that really does capture in one location those 2 trends I mentioned of the move towards luxury, high-end goods, as well as the move towards multi-use and having apartments, restaurants, entertainment, clubs, sporting, sometimes medical, but lots of different types of locations and activities available in one location. That's really driving the reimagining of the mall and the move away from traditional malls into the type of commercial real estate properties we're seeing that are having success in this retail space. Hey, if you enjoyed the article, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Thanks.